of the 3 RSRs that are here, this is the 2008 model. You know, it was aggro. You shifted by the lever, sequential shifting, but it had the aero, it had the tires, it had the grip, it had everything designed in it to be the top level 911 at that moment. This particular car, being yellow, was also developed for Jochen Rohr. It's the only signal yellow painted 997 RSR. Have here 3 really great 997 based RSRs, and you know, I remember so many great moments with you and Jörg driving those things. I mean, that was really, I mean, your whole career has been kind of a heyday of racing, but those moments of watching you, especially Laguna Seca, and great moments in those cars, so cool. And having, you know, a 2008, 2010, 2012 car, even though they're still 997 based, there's transitions between each one.
Yeah, you talk about the evolution of the 997 RSR. In 2008, we had a normal pull sequential gearbox. Then we phased to sort of the mid evolution of the formula. 2010, that was a very successful car. I remember it winning GT at the Petit Le Mans with Nick Tandy. And then 2012, the cars really evolved. They widened the bodywork. They pushed the engines harder, and they just got a little bit better all around. But yeah, almost every version. And then you talk about Falcon, a team who was really the David Goliath story, because all of us, I was running with Flying Lizard for most of that era, and we were Michelin teams. We had great tires, and then you had this one effort that was all around Falcon Tire. And I joined them in 2014 for a year, or 2015 for a year, and I just saw from the inside how much effort was put into those programs. So here's probably more than half of their total IMSA history in 3 cars.
And one of them certainly stands out because as fans and spectators, we don't get to see race cars in a plain wrap very often. You know, they're always all graphic and numbers on everything. And to see literally the only signal yellow, the only paint to sample RSR sitting there, it's so clean. And you know, graphics sometimes enhance cars, but other times they take away from the actual shape. And when you see it sitting there, especially in that color, it's just stunning.
Yeah, I mean, 997 RSRs are so rare anyways. They didn't build that many of them, but to have the one pure yellow car, and it was always wrapped, so that has to be the original paint. It's a very, very sort of virgin example. And you put it next to the GT2, and you have these 2 Jochen Rohr ordered cars, very different in period, sort of the bookends of the heyday of water-cooled and the heyday of air-cooled 911 RSRs, GT2, kind of the equivalent. Of course, naturally aspirated and turbo, but would be pretty cool to see those 2 cars sort of exist together in history.
Yeah, they're almost just destined to be that way.